is first to show from on the inside. Have you got my number? Has declared that one safely. All 8 over safely and continue to run. They're followed next in the field and third by No Walkover with Crystal Destra Valley, who sits next in 4. Lupin de Chanette is next in 5. As they continue to wait on towards fence number 2, Century Star. And they're followed in behind these by A Nod and a Wink in the back marker of the field. As they continue to wait, around the bend is Kelly's Cosmo. So the field of 8 is separated by about 8 to 10 lengths as they continue to run downhill into the back straight. No fences to be jumped in the back straight as they bypass what it would have been fence number 3. So they continue to run down through the gap now, along by the roadside. And it is in front. Let Me Be Clear, who leads the way from Have You Got My Number in second. Crystal Destraval is next in third. And they're followed next in the field by No Walkover, who in turn is followed next as they swing the bend by Century Star. Within behind these it is A Nod and a Wink, and they're followed next in the field as they continue away by Lupin de Chanette, and the back marker of the field it is Kelly's Cosmo. Swinging the home bend for the first time up the home straight and on towards fences number 3 and 4, and as they continue away up the home straight it is Let Me Be Clear, who leads the way from in second. Have You Got My Number? And their Crystal Destraval has come up into second. Mistake there, and out of the contest is Century Star, out of the contest at fence number 3. Ross Sugru is about to rise to his feet, so they come up to head on towards the next fence, which will be fence number 4. And Crystal Destraval has moved through to lead now from in second. Have You Got My Number? They're followed next in the field by Let Me Be Clear, No Walkover, Lupin de Chanette, and they're followed next and behind these by Kelly's Cosmo. Back marker of the field is A Nod and a Wink. They head up towards the judge's trailer now. One circle complete. So swing the bend past their point of departure. It is 4yo Geldings Maiden, and it is in front, leading the way. Crystal Destraval leads off the bend by about half a length. From in second, it is Let Me Be Clear, and they're followed next in the field by, and behind these in third is Have You Got My Number? There are No Walkovers next in 4, and they're followed behind these by A Nod and a Wink with Lupin de Chanette, and the back marker of the field it is Kelly's Cosmo. Heading on towards this next fence, which will be fence number 6, and as it do so, Let Me Be Clear has regained an advantage of about a half a length from Crystal Destraval on the inside in second. No walkovers on the inside in third, with next in the field the grey, which is Have You Got My Number, the first of the JP runners, and they're followed next in the field on the inside by A Nod and a Wink with Lupin de Chanette, and the back marker is Kelly's Cosmo. Down the hill into the back straight they go along by the roadside. A good run towards their next fence now as they continue to decline downhill. It is leading the way in front as they continue to run, bypassing that fence. It is Let Me Be Clear from Crystal Destraval. Have You Got My Numbers in third, and they're followed next in the field on the inside by No Walkover. They're followed next by Nod and a Wink with, and behind these it is Lupin de Chanette. Back marker of the field it is Kelly's Cosmo. 7 runners are tightly bunched, only about 6 lengths separating them as they head towards the home bin for their second time. And it's Sladdagh Farm sponsored 4yo Geldings contest, Let Me Be Clear, and Crystal Destraval on the inside in second. They're followed next in the field in third by Have You Got My Number? No Walkovers next, and they're in turn are followed as they continue their way up towards this next fence number 7 by in behind these. Jumping that one, Lupin de Chanette, Kelly's Cosmo, and A Nod and a Wink. So they clear that one safely, continue the way up the home straight, making the way up towards what will be fence number 8, lasting a circus time. And it is Let Me Be Clear, Crystal Destraval, followed by next in the field in third. It is Have You Got My Number? No Walkover sits in the inside and 4 with Kelly's Cosmo, A Nod and a Wink, and Lupin de Chanette. Jumping that fence, which will be fence number 8, lasting a circus time. And they head up past the judge's trailer, out in their final circuit as they swing the bend top the track and go left-handed before they straighten up and run on towards the fence 4 for the finish. Crystal Destraval from Let Me Be Clear, No Walkover. They're followed next in the field by Have You Got My Number? Improving through the field now is Lupin de Chanette as they continue to way around the bend now, straighten up and continue to run towards this fence 4 from the finish. Let Me Be Clear, Crystal Destraval, Have You Got My Number? No Walkover in 4, Lupin de Chanette's in 5, and they're followed next in the field by A Nod and a Wink, and Kelly's Cosmo is the back marker just ridden along. Heading on towards this next fence, it's going to be 3 from the finish now. Crystal Destraval on the inside of Let Me Be Clear. They're very little between the leading pair. Between horses in third, there's No Walkover. They're followed next in the field. Behind these, it is Have You Got My Number, Lupin de Chinette. They're gone a couple lengths clear, but ridden along and nodding a wink and gone 7 or 8 clear. The back marker, Kelly's Cosmo. Down the back straight they go, along by the roadside, and a good run towards the second last. They begin to up the gears now. Let Me Be Clear. On the inside is Crystal Destraval. They're followed next in the field now by No Walk Over. We're on the outside catching the Lupin de Chinette and Have You Got My Number. These ones have drawn right away now from a nod and a wing, and Kelly's Cosmo is going to be pulled up in the back straight. Heading towards the home bend, they turn in now with just 2 fences left to jump. Crystal Destaval on the inside of No Walk Over. They're followed next in the field by Have You Got My Number, Lupin de Chinette, and they're followed in the back in 5 by Let Me Be Clear. Pulling up is Kelly's Cosmo, but off the home bend they come to straighten up at 2 fences left to jump, and Crystal Destraval on the inside from No Walk Over. These two have drawn right away now from the remainder, and behind these as they head towards the second last. Very little between the pair, and as Crystal Destraval rises half a length in front of No Walk Over, and they're followed next in the field, and behind these Have You Got My Number and Lupin de Chinette. That's all that remain, and Nottingham Wink pulled up and Let Me Be Clear pulled up. Heading on down towards the final fence now, and there's No Walk Over, who might have just got his nose in front now from Crystal Destraval. Down to the final fence, No Walk Over, Crystal Destraval at the last. Very little between the pair, and it is No Walk Over, maybe a quicker jump. Crystal Destraval, a slight mistake, and it was hampered with, but up towards the line, and there's No Walk Over is going to score for Slattery's Crystal Destraval. Judges will confirm that could be tight at the finish. We have a bad view. Crystal Destraval and No Walk Over. Judges will confirm the 1-2. Have You Got My Number is in third. Lupin de Chinette was pulled up before the last.